Welcome in, everybody. Today we'll be talking about crypto pay-in. Was it kind of leaked? And we'll be getting into that today. And let's just dive right into it, okay? So let's go ahead and do the streaming shot here so you can see me over here on the left-hand side. But yeah, today we'll be diving into that topic of crypto pay-in, what that means for VeVe. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Let's dive into it. All right. So without further ado, I wanted to highlight that I'm trying something new here. We are testing a few thumbnails here. So don't be too mad at me for testing some thumbnails here on YouTube. It's kind of a strategy I've been seeing a lot of different YouTubers, including Graham Stephan himself as well, testing these like Twitter like looking kind of post. So VeVe didn't officially tweet anything, so at least not in terms of launching CryptoPay, and they did an article about it, and we'll get into that. But where this kind of stemmed from is HelloK, and actually another user posted another email just like this. So this was a tweet by HelloK. It says here, it says, "Hello, Kamo. We are pleased to inform you that you have been selected and enrolled to participate in VeVe's crypto gem purchases beta test program. As a participant of this program, you'll be the first to experience new expected bugs in parentheses and sometimes confidential, it's a surprise, features and enhancements. Your feedback and participation is pivotal in shaping the future of VeVe. We're excited to have you on board and looking forward to your feedback." Now, there's a previous email that was basically saying something similar to this, but it was more on like an advisor role that somebody had tweeted. I think that was actually DeLargo, who's a Spanish YouTuber. So yeah, people are tweeting out kind of these like supposed to be kept kind of secret emails, which is kind of funny that we see them on social media. But yeah, so anyways, like I thought this was pretty interesting. Crypto gem purchases beta test program. I think that's pretty big. In terms of where crypto pay-in actually is, this tweet was today, just a few hours ago, about 3 hours ago, as this stream is being shot. But this is interesting because we know that in terms of crypto, or not crypto, but in terms of the beta testing for cash out, we know that it took a couple months before they fully rolled that out for users across the board. So this is kind of a needle in a sense of where the direction's going in terms of crypto pay in that feature, specifically in regards to this beta test program. When we look at other features like crypto cash out or cash out and how that went overall, it was like, if everybody remembered, a couple months or so. If I remember right, you can correct me if I'm wrong there. But pretty interesting scenario, if you will. Super VVK, you think it will be easy for people to buy VeVe NFTs with ETH? Will they have to convert to Ecomi first? So I think it's actually buying gems. So users will have to buy gems first, and that kind of falls in line with Apple's whole, payment processing and how they take a fee and all that stuff there. So that's what it's probably going to be, is centered around buying gems first and then buying the NFT second, which is not that hard to do with gems, right? So if you played Fortnite, you have the V-Bucks. I think gems are actually easier to understand than even V-Bucks, but I mean, same concept, right? In-game currency, if you will. So no different here. Thanks for the great year of videos, man. Hey, appreciate you, Super VBK. Thanks for being in the chat, man, and showing support. Really appreciate that. Be sure to smash the like if you're enjoying the stream. And yeah, in other news, we have other drops as well, including America Chavez. We have Marvel Digital Comics Merry X-Men Holiday Special. There's the Coca-Cola Holiday Caravan that dropped today. DC Deck, The Halls of Justice, that dropped recently as well, yesterday. And before that, some other drops as well. So this month has been pretty consistent across the board in terms of the drops on VeVe. So kind of been something for everybody. I really like the DC. I love DC. So I'm really loving to see some of these DC drops. It's just kind of fun. They're having a snowball fight kind of like FA Holiday DC, if you will. So you can see the different variants, which is kind of funny. Superman, and I don't know, it's just kind of fun. So if you like DC, you like, if you're bullish on the VeVeVerse in the future, these could be fun little things you put up in your showroom, like in the VeVeVerse. So this is relatively affordable, 30 gems, 940 editions for the secret rare. I think they were all secret rares, so pretty low editions in terms of that. So yeah, not bad of a drop there in terms of some of these drops. Because she's going for 50 gems. The ultra rares 1550 gem or 50 editions, and the secret rares 500 editions, which I'm not really sure. Oh, there we go. So that's kind of the secret rare, but the ultra rare is actually the animated one, which I think is actually better. So you can kind of look forward to this drop here in terms of that. Now, she's not like a super big superhero by any means, so it's not going to be like a epic drop. But if you're into Marvel and you like the name America Chavez, then this might be for you. Now let's take a look at the market cap. So market cap supposedly, let me see here. Make sure. YouTube has been really weird lately in the stream department. Let's see. And maybe they have construction going on around my house, so it could be that too, the internet. But we'll continue on anyways, and let's see if I can zoom in so everybody can see actually a little bit better. But yeah, so the market has been sideways for a while, since around the 6th of this month and onward. It's been in the $260-270 million range in terms of the combined market cap breakdown for comics and collectibles. 6-month high has been, or at least 6 months ago, the comics were around 100 million and now they're around 70. So it's about a $30 million difference there. And collectibles have way bigger drastic of a drop. They were at 350 million and now they're at 200 million. Which is a $152 million correction. So that leaves us a combined 6 months ago, 456 million, and today around 271 altogether. So definitely down big in terms of the 6 month mark. Those days were kind of nice, and but we are going sideways. So this would suggest that there's accumulation happening around this area. If we take a look at last month, we can see that it consolidated in between 300 to in the 324 range. So we'll see if we continue to, climb or accumulate. Or if we correct a little bit more to the downward level. Now, it was in the 270s, back in October. It went up in November. So we could experience some micro, gains in the short term. So just be on the lookout for small opportunities like what we saw from October to November in terms of the market cap. And then in December, we're going sideways again. So I think next month we'll decide a little bit more. I think next month will be a little bit better, in my opinion. Now, we're not out of the woods. And I don't think we'll get any kind of pumps or anything like that. I think the macro market is still not looking too good in terms of the macro economy. So still very, very much, holding out on the sidelines and dare I say kind of like bearish. So, but yeah, that's just what my thoughts are. This is just entertainment only. So hi guys, off topic, but I want an NFT in the 12 days of VeVe. Will I get a 1 to 40 mint number? I'm not really sure on that. So time will have to tell. There, a lot of drop these days. My gym wallet is screaming. Yeah, I couldn't resist getting a whole Coke truck today. Any alpha you have on VeVe plans or on using vehicles in the VeVeVerse games, etc. There's no alpha. I wish we did. I want to say that they're just focused on building the VeVeVerse in terms of the main showroom and existing capabilities and improving upon those capabilities. Things like streaming, and maybe they'll add in some cool additional features that we weren't aware of. I think that they have a pretty solid team behind that, working on that. But I don't know if we'll see any games. I think they said that the DeLorean would be flyable. So the flyable stuff I think they did comment on that, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we will see drivable stuff. I think we'll see flyable stuff. I think these capabilities will be built into the main core VeVeVerse, and I think they'll make that a fun experience for everybody and all the users. Now, I don't know if we'll have like games in the VeVeVerse in the short term. The long term, like when we're talking like in, 5 years, 10 years, I think we'll definitely have games in the VeVeVerse, or we'll have partnerships to games in the VeVeVerse, games or, other experiences that have built out their own kind of, like, for instance, like a VeVe arcade, or something like that, where maybe somebody builds a VeVe arcade and we're able to go in there and have fun, see each other using our avatars with Ready Player Me. The possibilities and experiences are endless, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens in the long term. Short term, I don't think we get too many games. Again, I could be completely wrong. Maybe they do partner with some big studio or something like that. I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, they do have a lot of partnerships, probably a lot of connections, so we'll see. Let's take a look at the charts here. So the, let's see, BTC charts. At the crypto market in general is down a couple percentage points here. So we're Bitcoin's down almost 1%. The rest of the market is down 2 to 3, 4% as far as the altcoins are concerned. ETH is down 0.64%. Omi's actually up 1% today, or almost up 1% on, just depending on which exchange. So yesterday it was the exact opposite. So that's kind of funny that it's been kind of trending the opposite way of Bitcoin and Ethereum, in the opposite direction the past 2 days. But my sentiment remains the same on Omi. I was telling people not to get too excited about these like pumps, but it happened back a couple weeks ago when this pumped. I took my gains right around here and right around here, and it was telling people it might be a good idea to go ahead and take some profits. And sure enough, it's dropped back down. So that was just my opinion. We are at a oversold level, so maybe there's something there, but I will continue to monitor this, because like if we do break any lower, it could put Omi at risk of going down below. If we took a look at like ancient levels, you can't even really see on here. We'd have to, let's see if we have more data. There's no data there either. So let's go to CoinGecko and see if we can find more data. I think I said before like 0.005 area or so. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so if we max out this chart, 0.004-ish. Let's see what we're at right around here. 0.002, 0.003. 0.003. We could see in between 0.003 to, 0.005 or something. If we break lower, like below, we're already, like if we break below this, like where this previous support was, which was 0.007, we could see it go down. It could bounce right off of 0.007 and go up. So I'm just paying attention to like the immediate chart here in terms of like what direction it takes in the short term. Now this long term, obviously these things don't matter if you're a long-term DCA person, or if you're looking for a clean entry, these might be key levels to pay attention to, because you might want to make a better entry. So 0.0007 is where I'm paying attention to see where it touches, or if it even decides to touch off that or breaks below it. Then I'll be looking at maybe getting a little small bag here. Other people are doing that too, but at the same time, this macro economy has just not been very well for people, and we are still getting through the winter. So I think we'll have some time here. So no rush for me. That's just what my strategy is currently. So time will tell on that. Yo, what's going on, Chago Salas? What's going on? What up, fam? What up? So that's pretty much all I had for this stream. In general here, again, just to wrap up, it appears people are getting emails that they are first, or they're rolling out the beta program of crypto pay in, which is pretty exciting in terms of the overall macro of VeVe. Again, even if they roll this out in the bear market, I don't know if it will do much to the market. It could have a little liquidity, increase in the market. So that could keep this market cap up in terms of where we're sitting at here in December. So if they roll this out in January, February, if the market's still down or moving sideways, for example, then we could notice that the market cap possibly slightly go up. Not much, I don't think, since it's the bear market. But if we look at the comics here, the overall macro in comics, we can see that the it's down. It's 70 million compared to the collectible market. There's still room to grow in the comics department. So if we do notice increases, we could notice them there in the comics department or Grail collectibles as well. So just be on the lookout for those two different things in the not so distant future when they decide to roll out crypto pay-in. What's going on, Kenobi? Evening all. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the chat, man. It's good to have you in here. But that's all I really had for this stream. Again, we're testing out a YouTube thumbnail strategy that some of these bigger finance guys use on their channels. So, but we do still have news here. This is directly from Hello K, who is pretty reputable in terms of his alpha and things like that he puts on Twitter. Doesn't do as many lives anymore, but he still does content. And he puts out a lot of good content on Twitter. But just wanted to cover this because I thought in terms of where we're at in crypto pay-in in the macro, maybe we see this roll out here in a couple of months or maybe even sooner. That would be nice. We'll see how this beta testing goes. If we hear any news, we'll continue to monitor Twitter for this program specifically to see if there's any bugs or anything like that. And we'll continue to report on those. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. Let me know if you guys in the chat have any comments on any of this. Excited? Do you think this is going to do anything in terms of the macro here? So we can actually throw up a quick poll. Will crypto pay-in do anything positive to the market? All right, so we'll go ahead and throw up this poll before we end the stream here probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. So I'll throw that up and you guys can vote on if you think crypto pay-in will be affecting the market in a positive way. So if you think it's going to be positive in terms of the market here, just let me know. Just let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much in terms of like VeVe news. There's not too much going on. There's just, some drops here. We can take a look at different collectibles in the market as well. Todd McFarlane hanging in around 1K. The low was kind of like 950-ish to 900. And then people have seemed to scoop him up. So Todd, in terms of if you use Todd, like I kind of use Todd as like a pulse on the entire VeVe market as well. So I look at Todd as kind of like a Bitcoin in a sense that it kind of dictates where the VeVe market is, so I like to look at that. And you can see the volume down here at the bottom as well. So you can see that the volume is kind of, at a low. So it hasn't been this low since it like popped off. And these are key things I like to look at in terms of when I like to enter now NFTs, but when I used to enter stocks back when I used to trade lots of stocks, is I would look at the volume to see if it was dried up. Even crypto, I used to do this quite a bit as well. And I used to look at the volume, if it's dried up, and if there's like really low action, and if we are in like a lull or bear market, then that's when I would make my entry, because I know that there's eventually going to be another cycle. Now, I think we have plenty of time before the next cycle, obviously. So if for me, like I would be like in accumulation mode for my personal self, and I'll be looking at other like kind of grail level collectibles that I think will do long term. People are focused on other things in the VeVe community. Some people are kind of looking at the crypto side of things, which is perfectly fine. But if you like NFTs and you just don't really care for crypto, this could be some kind of a strategy you might be able to adopt into your own daily, what you're doing in the next year or so. So yeah. Let's take a look at some other collectibles. Let's see if I can find where to search this. It's been a while since I actually have used this tool. It used to let us have a search bar here. So let me see if I can, there we go. Let's see if we can find, let's pull up Superman. So Superman's a big one. I guess we could pull him up over here. Yeah, Superman, similar chart here as the Todd McFarlane Batman, right? Not too much different. This one kind of is overall like macro as well. 429. He's in between this level, like he's at a kind of a support level. Like he's in the middle of a bunch of support levels here. So I don't know if we see Superman. I know people think he's going to drop back below, lower, maybe even 200 or maybe 330. I just don't realistically think that these will drop too far, because again, you have to think of it as if there's one Superman that touches that low, there's only going to be a couple of listings at that price. And once people buy those collectibles at the floor, the price could go up super quickly, right? And if people are watching some of these collectibles, you're going to be in kind of an arms race with other collectors to do the same exact thing. So I think people often forget that, and they think they have time to collect a lot of these, when in all reality, if you're waiting for it to go like at a super low level and to like the very, very bottom, to try to time those is another, it's a kind of a taller order, right? And so I think people forget that part of it. So that's why I've adopted more of a little bit above floor price methodology. Whereas if I think it's going to go lower, I'll probably put a premium on it, just so I don't want to be stuck in a arms race with other collectors when it's like at a super low bottom, because it could decide to run, or it could decide to keep above that low level, quote unquote, that people think it's going to go to, if that makes sense. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. Todd and Walt is a long term for me. Yeah, we could take a look at Walt too. I haven't taken a look at Walt here, the partner statue. So we'll go ahead and try to pull that up. Let's see. Well, here we go. Yeah, this one, similar chart as well. Looks like it's right under 3K. This one I think dipped down to, I thought this one dipped down to 2,500. So I can't imagine this one would go. I mean, if it does go lower, 2,500 I think was the kind of the low that recently. So we'll continue to monitor this one. Same thing here. If it gets too low, people like to snipe those. We may have 6 months or so where this market continues like this. We'll see. Let's take a look here. January of this year. So it's been about 12 months since this market's dipped. If we do another year in next January, the market, we could, so let's see, actually, let's do the reverse. So the inverse of September 20th, when the market really bottomed out, that's what, September, October, November, December, that's 3 months. So if we have 3 more months on the other side, and there's any kind of Fed pivot. We'll see though. We'll see. It could be another year before this chart does an inverse of this, and we notice like a big cup pattern that you see traditionally in newer markets like Bitcoin, for example. It had a super similar chart back in 2017 or 2018 when it crashed, and then of course it rebounded. I don't think we have like a prolonged crypto winter, like where it's like, well, I guess 2018 to 2021, that wasn't too long, a couple years. If we go like 6 months to a year, I could see this rebounding, like the grails. So time will tell though. There's a lot that has to fall into place still in the macro, like the global conflicts. We always mention it here on the channel, so you guys already know what I'm talking about. But all right, so we'll go ahead and end that poll right there. We got a few votes on the poll. Will crypto pay-in do anything positive? The yeses have it at 57%, so almost 60% of people think it will have a positive impact. So very interesting. I think so too. I think maybe not a big impact, but I think it'll still have a positive impact on the market as well. People just waiting on sidelines with their crypto. They want to KYC. They want to get into the app. They just want to buy stuff at a low. So it just makes sense at this moment, I think. So we'll continue to monitor the charts and the market cap as well. So by the way, shout out to Cherry Charts. He has an email as well. I think him and HODL Fandom have kind of teamed up to analyze more data and push that through on their email list. So if you're not already signed up to Cherry Charts' email list, go check him out. He has a really incredible, data analysis perspective, and teamed up with HODL Fandom. Really smart guys in the VeVe community. So, but that's it. If you enjoyed the stream, you know what to do. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any more streams. If you're new to the channel, also, if you want to support the channel in paid ways, you also know what to do. We got memberships. You can do a super thanks or super chat in a future stream. But that's all I have for this one. And enjoy the rest of your day. If you want to see me cover any other things in the crypto Web3 space or NFTs or anything about VeVe, just let me know in the comments down below. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one at the blockchain. Be like an NFT, be authentic, and I'll catch you later. Peace.